Hey, what is going on today, guys? Evil Graffiti 902 Stories here, and welcome to another video. Now, this one's probably going to be a bit of a shorter video, but in today's video, I'm going to get called the biggest toy in the world, and you wouldn't be wrong. Why? Because I got caught for doing graffiti in the school bathroom. Yeah. Now, it wasn't with nothing like spray paint, or it wasn't even a paint marker, it was a Sharpie. But I wanted to tell this story because this story just gave me the biggest heart attack of my life, and it's not even the first time I got in trouble with the school or the police for something, so that's another story for another time. But this was the first instance of it too. So this all takes place back at Shill High, back where I used to go a couple years ago, back where the OG, the friends, Damien and Bryce, they at. Needless to say, I had just started doing graffiti, and I really wanted to get up. I really wanted to show off my skills and all that shit, because I thought I was the only artist in my school, because, you know, there was no graffiti around town. Nobody ever talked about that shit. Nothing. Ignore me. But yeah, nobody ever talked about it, you know. Nobody ever said they did it. Nobody ever was drawn in like a black book or nothing, which, by the way, a black book is just a graffiti artist's word for a sketchbook, because it's just supposed to look like a normal book on your shelf instead of a sketchbook. But yeah, so I really wanted to show off my skills. So a couple weeks I'm just drawing in my black book, like doing that, not making sure, but definitely not hiding the fact that I'm doing graffiti, like really not. Which definitely was stupid for what I wound up doing next. 2 weeks goes by and of me doing this, and I'm like, I need more people to see it. Like, being in my black book and Facebook is not enough, which also, if you're an artist, don't be posting your name to Facebook, especially if you use that name illegally, which I did, so there's my first downfall. And I had decided I wanted to do my crew's name, which is another toy thing that I did, which was make a crew out of my friends, and I had literally just started graffiti like 4 months prior, so like, yeah, toy as hell. And that crew was sane, because the joke was that we were the exact opposite, S-N, or S-A-N-E. And what did I do? I took this big Sharpie marker, the big ones, like the big round ones, the metal body ones. It's probably have one over there. And I went to the bathroom, and you know what I did? You wanna take a guess at what I did? I drew a fucking piece like this fucking big, like just this, like literally this width of the door, because it was on the stall door, and like this, like, oh, it was like the size of a torso, like fucking in nothing but Sharpie. So I'm sitting here for like the entirety of class pretty much fucking drawing it, copying the sketch that I had done, which was just a terrible sketch to begin with, but it was like the best thing I had done at the time. And like 2 kids walk in, and they were my friends. They weren't gonna rat. They honestly just sat there and watched me and did a little bit worse things than I did, but I didn't give a shit. And I'm gonna just say this real quick. A week before I had done this, and this will make sense later, a week before I had done this, no, I swear to God it wasn't me, the boys' locker room and boys' bathroom had the walls kicked in and destroyed, because like some of the walls were concrete, but some of them were drywall, and these ones got destroyed, and they had ripped everything off the walls, like it just tore like the pieces of the, like they fucking went at it, which is really not surprising for my old high school. But yeah, needless to say, fucking, I wind up sitting in there for a good 20-30 minutes, however fucking long was left in my class, doing it. So that raises enough suspicion, and as it is, like, I just get up and leave class to go use the washroom and never come back, which in this small ass school, not a good thing. Like the bigger schools I went to, you could get away with it, you just get a slap on the wrist, but here, no, it's a small school, you weren't getting away with it. And like everybody knew, the teachers knew, every kid. It was hard to like not be pinned for something. Like you couldn't, this wasn't one of those schools where you could just not show up at the start of the year and like to one class, and that teacher would never know who you are. Like, teachers would talk and figure out who you are. And third kid walks in, and this kid was sketchy as fuck, and I'm gonna just call him Trey, like Treyway, cause you know, rats. Fucking 6'9" and shit. And I actually know a guy named Treyway, and he's really cool. So no offense to you, dude. But this is just the name I came up with because 6'9". But I'm gonna call him Trey. Now Trey comes in, and he's looking at me doing it, and he goes, and I'm like, you cool? You good? Because he's like, yeah, I'm cool, man. I'm just gonna go use the washroom. And I was like, cool, what, do you need to use the saw? And he was like, no, I just need to use the, And I was like, alright. So go back to what I'm doing. He's about to leave, he washed his hands, about to leave, or probably didn't wash his hands because he's a dirty fucking rat. But, I look at Trey and I'm like, are you gonna rat? And this kid's in my fucking class. One of my classes, not the class I left. And he looks at me and goes, no, man, I swear, I'm not like that. And I'm like, okay, man, I really do appreciate that. Like, I'm just trying to, you know, express myself. And he's like, yeah, man, that's cool. It's alright. And he walks out and the bell rings, and when the bell rings, I'm done. Cool. It's fine. Rest of the day's fine, normal, go home. Go to school the next day. First class goes on, I get called to the office. I'm like, Damien's looking at me. He's like, what'd you do? Everybody's looking at me. My friend, fucking, whatever the fuck the name is that I gave him the last time from the first time smoking weed story, was laughing at me. Oh my fuck. It was bad. I'm like, oh shit. What, I didn't get in trouble. I didn't fight with nobody. I didn't fuck with the teachers this week, because I used to fuck with the teachers all the time. It's like, oh fuck, what is it? What could it be? And I don't know why this wasn't in my head. But, yeah. They, called me down and basically told me that, that basically the guy ratted on me. Trey definitely, fucking ratted on me, because I know my friends wouldn't have. At least I'd hope not. And told me that if I did that shit again, I'm going to be charged $2,000 and expelled from school and have to spend time. And, like, you know, time in cells and possibly jail time. And I don't know, I froze up, got scared. I was like, alright, I'm not gonna do it again, I promise. I even changed my name that night. Like, graffiti name. But yeah. And it didn't end there, sadly. Because they said, well, now that we know that you've done this, we're suspecting you of doing what happened to the boys' locker room and the boys' washroom, and we're going to investigate into you and possibly charge you not just the $2,000 but the $6,000 in repairs. And that's when I flip. I'm sitting there screaming at them. I'm like, I didn't fucking do it. The cops told me to calm down. It was bad. It got worse. And basically I'm like, fuck this, I'm going home. You can talk to my mom about this. And I walked out of the school and I left because I was like, you can't fucking pin this on me. Like, I admitted to the graffiti thing. Like, I was like, yeah, I did that. But I did not do the locker room, so I was pissed off about that. I never got charged for it. They never could have charged me for doing it with permanent marker too, because little life hack. You grab one of these bad boys. If you have permanent marker on your wall, fridge, or anything you don't want it to be on, as long as this won't ruin it, spray some of this onto the area that the Sharpie is applied to, like just right on. And take a cloth or whatever you're using and wipe it. And continue to do that, because I promise it'll get it off. The alcohol in this takes away, it enhances the alcohol in the Sharpie and makes it drip, so it comes off. So there's no fucking way they would have charged me $2,000 for something that literally would have taken like a $3 can of Axe. Fuck you, Shill High. Fuck you. And fuck you for scaring me as a kid. And fuck you, Trey, for ratting. But, moral of this story is, don't be a fucking dumbass. Don't post to your social media that you, do graffiti. Don't go and do it in your school bathroom or anywhere that's public. And just don't be a dumbass. Don't be, as, X-Code would put it, a jabroni. Because you don't want that jabroni lifestyle, I'm telling you. Yeah. Needless to say, guys, don't be an idiot. Get up, get out there, have a good day. Peace.